It's time to sit back, relax, and have a good time with Knee High to the Tree High. Your host, the Naked Truth, Marcus McNeil, and the Real Spirit, Jonathan Palmer, coming with their unique perspective on sports and life, from elementary school together all the way to the NFL. You can't piss on them and tell them it's raining. Knee High to the Tree High starts now.
Let's go.
We back, man. Welcome back to Knee High to the Tree High, man, with your boy Mark and P, man. Man, we got a great show today, man. We got a special guest today, man. My boy Philip Dukes, baby. Duke the Scoop, man. Y'all go check him out, man. He always on 24/7 Sports. He on CBS Sports, man. Y'all go check him out on Instagram at Duke the Scoop, you know what I'm saying? Then go check us out, man. We got Knee High to the Tree High. At Knee High to the Tree High everywhere. You can find us on every platform. Same thing with you too, Duke, right? You on every platform.
No, absolutely. Same thing everywhere. Deuce the Scoop, everywhere. Universal.
Universal, man. So we all over everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm Marcus McNeil, M. McNeil, 73 on Instagram, Marcus McNeil, 73 on Twitter, man. You got JP, Jonathan Palmer, J. Palmer, 404, man, on all social media platforms. Then we got my boy Philip Dukes, man, Duke the Scoop, baby, you know what I'm saying, on all platforms too, man. Y'all go check us out, man. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, we on iHeart. You can check this shit out on the internet. You can download it, link it, whatever, man. We everywhere, bro.
Everywhere.
However you hit your dope.
However you want it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want it cut, you know what I'm saying? You want it raw, whatever you want, bro. We there, all right? You know what I'm saying? Guarantee you, man. We appreciate y'all coming to check us out, man. I'm so excited right now. I don't even know what to do with myself, bro.
I'm just glad we were able to pull it off, bro.
Cuz we got the
You know
scoop
what I'm
in
saying?
the theater right now. And since there's so much going on down there on the plains, man, this week on the War Damn Minute, man, we gonna just chop it up with my boy, man, Duke the Scoop, man. What's up, Duke?
Man. Hey, man, I appreciate, man. You know what, man? It was so much cap in that intro.
Oh, man.
It was, man, look. Hey, but, but it warmed my heart, though. I said, look at my boy, man. Like,
Gotta give you a warm welcome, man. Bro. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, for real, dog. Nah, for real, man. Nah, I appreciate it. Now, I'm glad, man. I've been watching y'all. I'll be like, man, first of all, I don't know how they on the charts where y'all at, like as far as where it say football, sports, but this is like sports comedy. Like, cause boy, I enjoy this, man. Just seeing y'all, man. But first, let me introduce y'all.
Uh-oh.
First of all,
I like this. Hold on.
Hey, man, what
let
do
me
you
introduce
on your
y'all,
own
see.
show, boy? I like it, man.
Yeah. Let me introduce them. Now, this is Jonathan Palmer and Marcus McNeil,
Hey.
probably two of the funniest football players in the history of football.
Man.
I ain't never seen nobody be able to talk in regular language and joan somebody out without them even knowing, and them laugh with each other. And look, and this it, right? Hey, look, this the crazy part. Then, like, let me tell you the worst part about it. Like, so you could be like at the movie theater, you hear somebody just kind of kind of laughing at you a little bit. Like, oh, red hat ass boy. You turn around, you look like, hey, what going on? Boy, it's 6'8" and 6'6" back there, bit dog. You might want to sit this one now.
You don't want no problem, bro.
Man, come on. Hey, boy, you don't want no boy to run power on your side, boy. Like,
We about to laugh and joke and have a good time, boy. Ain't nothing else, man. Bro, hey, man.
Nah, for real.
The people don't know, man, here on Knee High to the Tree High, man, we love to bring people we know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it
Right.
ain't about nothing else but, like, people we really vibe with, people we click with, and been with since the beginning, man, and all of us actually went to Auburn together, man, so I think that's one of the best parts of the story is, like, these my real people, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we came down to Auburn, CP from the south side, we from the east side, man, and we automatically click. We down there at a PWI, man, you know what I'm saying? Where we grew up is all black, you know what I'm saying? So going down there to a white school, it was like a culture shock to us, but it was so many good people we got to meet, man. We met CP out there, man, and shoot, man, y'all know we gonna have a good time wherever we go. I don't care,
Hey, man, you know what? That's the one of the best parts about it was that I wasn't expecting to see nobody from the east side. Like, you know, I'm down here like feeling like a unicorn down there. Like for somebody like me, like, cause even some of the dudes, I'm gonna put it out there, like some of the dudes that they had that was quote unquote from the hood, man, they were just country here. Yeah. Like they ain't really know. It wasn't no drip, no swag, no nothing, man. It was just straight country. Yeah. Fight, drink, that's it. No player about it. And so when you able to, when a player recognize a player, you're like, oh, okay, well, okay, my boy, like, all right, for sure, I see you. Right. Like, you know, we ain't on the left one, we ain't like, you know, no disrespect to nobody, but it's like it's a synergy that people from Atlanta, when they on the same thing, when they on that same vibe, that they just pick up no matter where you at. You gonna know somebody from Atlanta. I'm pretty sure when y'all was in the league and you saw somebody in the locker room from a different side, you know, on the same type of vibe you was on, it was like an automatic click up. So the same thing happened in Auburn, man, for sure.
Hey, I got a question for you, dude, man. Let me see. Bro, how you end up at Auburn, bro? I meant to ask you that a long time ago.
Man, you know what? All right. This is that. All right, so of all school, man, I was going to Albany State. Me and my girl who just walked out, I think she mad because I like, you know, so I be talking street talk. I'm like, yeah, my folks, but she don't like that. So my baby, my girl, my baby from day one. Hey. But we was going to Albany State together, and at the last minute, man. So what a lot of people don't know, at Banneker, I was senior class president. I was star student. I had the high SAT score. So the guidance counselor came in and was like, "Hey, man, you got a couple of offers from some schools that you can go to." And Georgia was one, and he was like, and Auburn was like, and a recruiter from Auburn came just to see me because they were trying to up the numbers for academic African Americans down there. And I went to a couple games, and I was gonna go to Georgia, but my god brother is Jonas Jennings, and I ain't really want to be just like, you know what I'm saying, like Big J. I ain't want to just be like, I've been in his shadow my whole life, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm gonna go do my own thing. And my partner Jameson Brewer was at Auburn, so I said, hit JC up. JC was like, yeah, come down here. He scooped me up in the lake, and the rest is history.
Well, that's what it is, man.
Like, bro, it's the same thing. Like, let's do something different, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we just kind of ended up in Auburn, bro. So, man, it's a blessing to meet you, bro, down there, man, and really still be able to kick it, bro. Shit, we almost, well, you just turned 40. We about to be 40.
Big folk, man. Happy belated on that birthday, too, man. That's big.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Hey, man, you know, a lot of folk we from ain't making it,
boy. Seen your boy just died today, man.
That shit broke my heart,
it's
dog.
It's tough out there, man.
It did.
That's work, bro. Cause like low key, man, Takeoff was probably like one of my favorites because he was always quiet and in the background, bro. But home would always had something funny to say, bro. Always just had a good vibe about himself, man. And yeah, that's a loss for the A right there, man.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Man, for the culture as a whole, man, for somebody like, man, because everybody looked at like the biggest thing everybody want to say now is I'm staying out the way, stack, pray, stay out the way. But when you see somebody who really embodies staying out the way, still get into a situation like that, it kind of hit home for people like us who really do be staying out the way. Like, you know, we ain't just saying that because it sound cool. We really trying to get back to our families at the end of the day.
I tell people all the time, man, Bullets ain't got no name on it, bro. None.
Come on, bro.
Ain't no love out there, bro.
Once that thing go, it ain't no bringing it back either.
Bro.
Man, absolutely, man. And I hate it. I really hate it because at the end, like, I think he was just coming into his own for real. Like, you start to see him be more vocal in interviews. You start to see him kind of accept some. You know, a lot of people been saying he's been underrated. So I think that kind of put that battery in his back. He was started going even harder. Like, he going crazy on this new album.
Yeah. Bro, if you hear him, bro, like, he almost like the intangibles almost. You know how you got that glue, kind of like that Draymond Green, that like,
absolutely.
Bro, they really wouldn't be all that if they ain't had Draymond too. You know what I'm saying? And like he's his own star in his own right, bro. So man, that was a tragic situation, man. If y'all know we talking about Takeoff from the Migos, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, brother. Like, straight up.
Gone too soon.
Gone too soon, man. Man, boy, but hey, man, what going on down in these plains, man?
What ain't going on down? That's what I'm trying to figure out, man.
Like, come on, we got
dive into that thing. Let's dive straight into it, bro. It's tough down there, boy.
Man, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown.
All right, hold on. Right. Before we go in, let's just bring it up to this point, and then we're gonna go from there.
Okay.
What's your thoughts overall? I know Harsin's out, but up until this point, what was your thoughts on the whole season?
Man, look, man, it didn't look good.
Yeah.
It looked bad. It wasn't a lot of energy. The energy, and the fans were still being the fans, but they literally was coming in there getting punched in the mouth, and the fans was going home.
Yeah.
In Jordan Hare, and that can't happen. And basically, you lose control of you lose your influence on the team when every time you look up is, oh, he finna get fired.
Yeah.
Oh, he finna get fired. Man, we live in a social media era, buddy. All these players see that, and it's just like me going to work tomorrow, and then my boss trying to talk crazy to me, and I already know that his boss said he finna go. Hey, but he might want to tread lightly, sir. I get here when I get here. Okay, it ain't a whole lot you're going to be able to respect from a guy. And I felt for him in that resolve, but a lot of that I kind of feel like was a lot of his own doing just based on how he carried himself and, not being able to endear himself to kids in a personal way, which we know, especially when you're dealing with kids who look like and act like and sound like us, you want to know that somebody really cares for you. And I think it was real telling last year when a lot of those players were coming out and saying he don't understand us, he's not trying to understand us. And you saw him make the social media rounds and do more stuff in order for him to endear himself to the public. But for a guy, if you can't be a guy who doesn't like to recruit in the SEC, first and foremost, right? You didn't sign one player on signing day in February last year. You lost out on all your top targets in the portal, and basically you went back. You were adding people in the portal right after spring practice. Like when guys were committing the top dogs, you missed on all of your top targets. And this is before we get to the season. You lost 7 guys who are playing at other schools right now. Lee Hunter, defensive lineman, playing a lot of snaps at UCF, and UCF really balling right now. Jeremiah Pegues at Ole Miss. He had good plays against Auburn when we played them. Ladarius Tennyson is starting at safety for Ole Miss. Tashawn Manning is starting at offensive guard for Kentucky. And who, Lord knows, we need an offensive guard.
Yeah.
Kobe Hudson was your leading receiver last year. He's balling out right now at UCF. Bo Nix is about to win the Heisman.
No, don't do that.
He ain't gonna win it. Hold on.
Hold on now. I need to find me a cap, man, on that one.
Hold on.
We say all cap, huh?
Man, listen. But real talk. If you go look at the stats right now, man, Bo Nix, if he keep doing what he doing, we in game. We're going into game 9. It ain't but 3 more games. If he continues this, he gonna get an invite to New York, bro. He's really going crazy.
For real though, we all know we can get Bo Nix competition at AMC Unlimited, and I'm talking about popcorn. All right?
Popcorn. That's what that is out there. Ain't nothing but popcorn.
Yeah,
but see, I knew it though. You know what I'm saying? I said Bo gonna go out there and have a great season. He knew what he was doing. It was probably better for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he went anywhere else. If he trying to play at the next level, he had to do this.
No, that was the perfect place for him. It's an offense set up for him. The team speed in the SEC is way different than the Pac-12. I'm not trying to have an SEC bias, but it's the truth. You seen what happened when he saw Georgia, right? Yeah. And you seen what he happened the rest of the year. Rest of the year. So right now he looked like Johnny Manziel. That's who he looked like.
To be honest, you ain't lying though. He might get an invite to New York. I think the toughest person on his schedule right now left is Washington. So just look at that. That's the toughest thing he got to go against. And I guarantee you, Bo Nix, he probably average athletic in the SEC, but he's top tier in every other
out there.
Yeah. He's top tier.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And to be honest, man, just from age alone, Stetson Bennett at Georgia, let's talk about that. He's 25. He's at his athletic prime playing against a whole bunch of 19 to 20-year-olds. So that's how he's making it, in my opinion. I had that conversation with a guy today, where he was just like, "Man, I ain't know Stetson Bennett was 25. When you 25 years old, that's that man 25, bro.
Your mindset totally different. You know what I mean?
Your mindset different. Bo Nix, you got to think, as a true freshman, he beat Oregon in the dome. He's been in big moments. He's played in big games. So going out there, you seeing 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 in the SEC. You going out there, you seeing a 60 here, a 70 there. Your team better than everybody. They the Georgia out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have to be a top 5 player on that team.
Back to the topic though, how did he lose those other guys before the season started?
When the culture bad, I'm trying to get up out of here.
They all just wanted to leave. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, one, if you got a guy who came in to clean house, and you know, and I don't have like, if I say I'm a transfer and you don't come try to and you don't try to change my mind, you mean you want me to go?
Yeah.
Oh, they tried to change one person's mind, and that person came back. That's Tank Bigsby.
Yeah.
Bruh, so
Tank was out of there.
So was it really? Because I think Bo Nick said it the best in one of those. I think you sent me the link, JP, to a Bo Nick statement where he said he just wasn't having fun no more. And honestly, like when I looked at every Auburn game, it never looked like they having fun. And on all the best teams I ever been on, the one thing we always had was a good damn time, bro. We always had fun.
Absolutely.
And I don't think people realize, like, this is really still a game. It's a game. So if you can't enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how good are you really going to be?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you want kids out there. You want men out there playing and having fun. Because then you fast, you active, you know what I'm saying? It's exciting. Like, that excitement is good for the field. It's good for the fans. It's good for everything. Just a winning culture. So if I come out there every game and I'm watching Harsin, like with this stone cold face looking like he mad that he even out there, bro, like that gotta be like radiating throughout the locker room, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody look like they kind of got a tight butthole and they ain't trying to play because they worried about what's gonna happen.
18 years old, 19, they want to have some fun, you know what I mean? Let them have some fun.
Throw them up, bust them up or something out there.
Man,
You
give
know
them
what I'm
something
saying?
to laugh about.
Yeah. Sideline bust.
Something to laugh about, bro. Yeah, you know, we done beat that dead horse alone for the last 6-7 weeks.
I feel bad for Harsin. I ain't gonna lie. I stopped talking bad about him. I was trying to be so positive.
You were trying to find that silver lining. I was like, bro, it ain't
like
one.
You know you on your way out the door, bro. I ain't trying to kick a man while he down, bro. I
Bro, at the end of the day,
I knew he ain't.
You saw the buyout, so I ain't worried about Harsin at all. You know what I'm saying? Like the boy, boy getting $15 million, 7 of it in 30 days. Like I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying, bro? You all right? You all right? Kick rock.
You be all right.
Now that Harsin out of that though, bro, they done elevated one of our brothers, one of our classmates, our teammates to the range.
They did that the first ever though. First ever. That was crazy to me.
That was so, man. Look, that was so big to me, and I think y'all gonna go to Texas A&M game.
We might, we might make it down though, bro. We might make it down.
Yeah, man, that'd be a good one, man. Go, man. Go support Lack, man. Because at the end of the day, he wasn't like nobody was expecting for him to get the interim.
No.
You know how Lackey is, like kind of, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna say a whole lot, you know, but when he do say something, you know he mean it. Yeah. And I think that's kind of what like Auburn needed. Like we ain't gonna do no whole lot of rah, man. You know I'm with you though. You knew he was with you. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? And them kids, they know, like they said when they introduced them folk, they went wild. They said Harsin went talk first, then Rich McGlynn came in, a compliance guy who finna be the new AD. I mean not the new AD, but the new associate AD. And he introduced Lack. He said them boys went crazy.
I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, they knew what they had to do. At this point, the season is a wash. So they had to get the fans back on board, man. So they had to make a splash real quick.
Yeah, and can you imagine how crazy that thing gonna be when they play Texas A&M? And then before they go out onto the field, you see Cadillac on the 2003 Iron Bowl going out the field with J Mac going out there fake blocking. Like, you know what I mean?
With him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they knew look, they ain't dummies by they ain't no dummies by any stretch of the imagination, man. So they knew exactly what they were doing.
Absolutely.
My only drawback is I was talking to Mark about it earlier, man.
I was about to say it's
so you know I listen. I always got to put it what Lee Corso say. Not so fast.
Not so fast, my friend.
So listen, man. With them firing at least 4 other people. Yeah. What are the odds? Now listen, the team was already struggling.
Right.
You put Lack in there with basically a depleted roster and a depleted coaching staff. Right. What are the odds that he's going to have any success?
I mean, so at the end of the day, man, a 75 Pinto is a 75 Pinto.
It is what it is. We got the bad news bad.
It is what it is. So the only thing you might do is get somebody with a lead foot to try to get it up out of there. Because at the end of the day, that Pinto only gonna do what that Pinto gonna do. Go look at their roster.
Yeah.
Man, they ain't got no depth. Like, man, that roster really ain't as talented like as it should be. And you losing people. They lost 7 starters last year.
Yeah.
And didn't replace them with 7 starters in the portal. Like, when you lose the portal, you can't lose the portal today. You can't lose 7 starters and not bring back 8.
Yeah.
Like, you got to bring in starting caliber guys when you lose that type of talent. And so now you look at the defensive line, man, you're looking at guys who are supposed to be rotational pieces being foundational pieces. And that can't, like, that's never a good recipe, especially in the SEC. Like, when you got these deep rosters. So, but at the end of the day, if you can make these boys feel like they can run through a wall, maybe you get a little more out of them. Like, that's the most you can do. Maybe we haven't seen these boys have fun.
Yeah.
They might have fun this week.
True.
Hey, I think it was to the point, bro, where it was like, we done seen all we can see. We only got but one shot, and that's to blow everything up.
Hey, bro, you know how I feel about them shots, bro. You got plenty of shots, cuz. You got them shots.
They listened to you, P. They went
down
to PBS and got a shot. They got the booster. Hey,
they when they got the booster shot.
They giving out free flu shots at Walgreens, my boy. Like, they got the shot right now, boy. Hey, I'm telling you.
Get it. Yeah.
Man, the funny thing I saw was that damn moving truck sitting outside the complex yesterday.
Bruh.
Did you see the picture of the moving truck?
No, it was a moving truck.
Oh man, look, dude who worked with me at 24/7, he called me. He was like, "Hey Dukes, can you believe they're doing this right now?" I'm like, "Nah, I can't even believe it, dog." He was like, "They got the moving truck out there." I'm like, "Bro, take a picture of that." Man, them folks had the moving truck out there, bro.
They getting them up
He
out there like
tweeted.
That
one went viral yesterday. Man, bro, they fired that man at 12 o'clock. Man, they had the U-Haul out there at 12:03.
Bro, like, what do they do though for the rest of the year? Like, has anybody like really got fired like this in the middle of the season? Like, I'm trying to think of like what.
All right, so Georgia Tech,
they got rid of everybody earlier this year.
Yeah, Georgia Tech, and they won some games after that too. They went right up there and beat Pittsburgh with the same roster.
Yeah. I mean, if we
and then Wisconsin.
So we can do it. We can do it. I mean, hey, they had to shake some shit up. They done
ain't none of them team with the SEC though. I ain't gonna lie to you, though.
Man, look, I say this. We in the SEC too.
Yeah.
So we should be able to.
So at the end of the day, well, it could be like I'm gonna say this. I ain't expecting a whole lot. But man, but you might get some of that melanin power come out. Boy, you ain't never had no melanin in the but that might be that vibranium might come out, boy. You know what I mean?
My personal opinion, this is how I feel about it, bro. I really just won't. I would have wished that. Yeah, you crazy. I would have wished that the first black coach at Auburn would have got a better hand dealt to him. You know what I'm saying? I would have felt like he would have got like a Steve Nash. Steve Nash was handed one of the best rosters in the NBA. He just pissed down his leg and got fired today. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, bro.
I just wish that would have happened, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I get that, but at the end of the day, man, the first people who segregated schools got the rawest hand. They had the worst hand. The first people who segregated schools, right, got the worst hand dealt to them. But somebody had to do it. So
Lack is a sacrificial lamb. Know what you're saying?
He might not be. He might be the Lion of Judah, but don't get me the preacher. You don't know.
That's really all I'm asking for right there. That's really all I'm asking for.
That's silver lining, right?
You know, like, if we got a shot, this is it right here. But, like, we can't sit here and not act like the chips ain't stacked against the man right now. Like, they handed us some bull. They handed us some bull, bro. Like, all day, every day. This is first black head coach at Auburn, period. He was like kind of like gifted this situation because we had to get Harsin out of there. But I think with having Tank Bixby, I say about Ashford, like, yeah, he not a prototypical quarterback or anything, but hands down, when he on the field, he one of the top 5 athletes on the field, period. And he got to touch the ball every time. You got him, Hunter, and Bixby, bro. Like, we should be able to shake some stuff up. That's it. I'm saying, like, even if that's all we had, bro, we should be able to go out there and shake something up. You know what I mean? So hopefully,
you can damn near run Georgia Southern offense,
yeah,
the old
yeah.
Georgia Southern
Wing
offense,
T
man.
there,
Run that
man.
wing
Yeah.
T, yeah, man. Some, you know what I mean?
Some, bro. Like, so I'm hoping that, like, maybe with Lack at the helm, bro, like we can shake it up, bro. But they definitely put him, you know what I'm saying, like behind the 8 ball on this one, bro.
Put like this, I'm glad he lacked. You know what I'm saying? So his ties to Auburn
Right.
go way deeper than his record would be.
He damn near
Yeah,
He damn near doing like
yeah.
he damn near doing Auburn the solid, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know.
Like he,
So, and the good part about it is, this man ain't beating up like his predecessor only beat Missouri.
yeah, barely.
Right, and really
Yeah.
shouldn't even won that
Yeah.
game. Right.
Yeah.
Did he
Like,
really
so-
beat Missouri? Or did Missouri beat himself? Like,
Right, man. That kicker beat Missouri.
Boy, they gave him
Big
game.
fake Janikowski. Yeah, man. Round mound of missed field goal. Yeah, my boy. Yeah.
So I mean,
Nah.
listen, much success to my boy Lack, man. I hope he do well, man. You know what I'm saying? At very least, I just want the game to be competitive, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just compete. That's it.
Yeah, if like he interviewing too, like, you know, because at the end of the day, like, if he's this type of guy, if he can win a game or two, like right now, I don't even think they would have beat Western Kentucky with Harsin coaching.
I told Mark I don't see 3 more games they're gonna win till you get both of
I
them.
ain't
I
seen
ain't
none.
see
I've been
it.
trying to find them, but I'm talking about. I'm calling the Ole Miss, Oregon. You know, the gimme games, the games that we used to get all the time. Like, bro, we at least gotta get 2 out of 3, maybe 1 out of 3 of those, and Western Kentucky. So we gotta have something, bro. After we lost that one to Ole Miss, and then
Turn
Arkansas
around, got
came
the
in
breaks
here.
beat off for by Arkansas.
God damn, bro.
Man, good God
It
Almighty,
is what
bro.
it is,
Like,
bro. They
yeah, I mean, so hopefully he can pull something out the hat, because I do want to see him at least get a win. I do want to see that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if he don't, he still
He
Cadillac
lack. That's
Williams,
what I
man.
say.
Name-
You can't take that from
like
him.
you said, like, and two, and as long as they play hard for him, to your point, JP,
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine.
I think they got rid of Harsin and his people, but Lack isn't Harsin and his crew. Lack is a part of our crew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like,
lack is Auburn.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, like Lack is Auburn. Let's get
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stated. Like, our dog is Auburn to the fullest, and that's why he's still there to hold down the fort while we figure out what's going on. You know, but it's a lot of moving parts. We just got a new AD in, and if Lack ain't
Right.
a new coach, like, what coach do we want to really see in
I
there?
was gonna say, what's your inside scoop, man? Duke is the scoop. I need to know.
Baby,
I must know
what it is. I need the
Man, so
Neapolitan.
look,
I need the strawberry, the vanilla, and the chocolate.
I need all of it, man. What's the scoop,
Hey,
man?
man, so like right now, when you look at it, man, they saying the safest pick as far as financially, he ain't gonna cost you a whole lot. You got ties to Auburn. He recruits offensive line well. Is JB Grimes, the offensive coordinator at Baylor. All right, but he's not one of the top. Now he's not one of the top guys. Jeff Grimes. So you got Lane Kiffin. Everybody talking about. You got Dion, right? Then you got what's my boy Matt Rule from the Panthers. Todd Monken from UGA. Dan Lannon from Oregon.
I just heard there's one more O'Brien. Is he in there too? Bill O'Brien.
That was fake.
That was fake.
Okay. That was fake. Yeah, somebody sent that. Somebody sending out that. It was Alabama fans sending that out because they not happy with him. But now I just got some in my phone talking about Sarkisian, but ain't no way Sarkisian finna.
Well, let's talk
He at
about
Texas,
the
bro.
biggest elephant in the room, man. What is the likelihood that Auburn will get prime time?
So look,
We
this is what
talk
I'm
about
saying.
prime. We talk about
Yeah.
Deion Sanders, man.
They got the AD. They got the president and the AD to do it. Now, what they did was, so a little bit about the AD. He a guy that believes in second chances. The president, you know what I'm saying, they saying they more liberal than we've ever had in these two roles. You know what I mean? Like they not just the typical stuck, tight Auburn guys. He already bucked on the boosters when he hired the guy. When the president hired the AD, he didn't involve the boosters as much as they would have liked to been involved with it. So, and they had pretty much picked their guy, and he already bucked on it. And he hired a guy who ain't scared to make a tough hire. Like the guy, so I'm pointing back to Jeff Cohen, the new AD at Mississippi State. He hired Chris Jans, who was a budding star in college basketball when he was at Bowling Green. And man, went to the club one night, got drunk, started feeling on his lady booty, and somebody recorded it. It got out, and he got fired right then. So they were saying he'll never get another job. So he went to New Mexico State, balled out 4 years straight, NCAA tournament at New Mexico State, good recruiting classes. He hired him, and a lot of folks thought he was tripping, but he did what he had to do. So I know he's okay making a controversial hire. Hugh Freeze is the other name.
Freeze.
And so that let me know that. So they said Hugh Freeze could never. Hugh Freeze had a little scandal with the sex line and all that.
Didn't he just get a contract extension at what's the face though?
Yeah, but he didn't get one from $5 million, man. That ain't nothing at Auburn.
Oh, for 8 years too, wasn't it?
Really?
Yeah, it was guaranteed, but he'll get enough in that buyout.
That's a buyout.
Yeah, $5 million. Okay, Auburn. If Auburn come with 8 or 9, where you going?
Yeah.
All right, nice to see you.
So you said it's possible as far as on Auburn's end, but what's the possibility you think as far as prime time coming though?
Man, I think that if anybody could do it, he'll do it. If I was to put, I don't know, bro. Like, to be honest, like, I just don't know if Auburn.
We're ready for that.
Like, at the end of the day, man, Auburn's still Auburn. I don't care what it is, man. Like, look, Atlanta's a progressive city, right? But Georgia's not a progressive state. You take Atlanta out of Georgia, you ain't got number Mississippi.
Yeah.
So, man, at the end of the day, like Auburn, it like that's a big personality to come to Auburn, Alabama.
That wants to do it his way too.
That wants to do it his way with a lot of powers that be that are still like kind of we want to do it the Pat Dye way.
Yeah.
Now, they got a lot of similarities because Pat Dye came through bucking like he did. So he did it his way. But, the gold chains, the rap, the hip hop culture and all of that, man, at the end of the day, man, it's still a PW.
They ain't ready for his theme
music. Yeah, come on, yeah.
They ain't ready for his theme music, man.
So that's gonna be if they let me tell you something, if they got the balls to do that, man,
I'm at every game, bro.
We there.
What?
I'm at every practice. I'm like, bro, what?
Come on, man. Give the people what they want, though,
man,
bro.
we down there,
because I guarantee you, like, right now, like, Auburn is a predominantly white school. I guarantee you a majority of them folks listen to that rap music. They can sing it lyric for lyric harder than probably half of us can. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
man, the hardest swag surf in the country is at Auburn.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. And like, even when we went down there, it wasn't like it was like stuck up or stuffy. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were winning, we were having a good time, bro. Like, so, we come down in the Tiger Walk with the old school boom box, blasting music, you know what I'm saying? Like, cranking it. And the fans match the energy, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if we can get Prime in that situation, to where he can be the one geeking up our fans and getting them, man, boy, like
he the ultimate salesman. He gonna hire every game sold out, ready to just live, ready to go.
Man, you don't think he ready to go behind Nick Saban and go get a 5-star recruit to go say,
yeah,
like, man, it was of the top 200 players in the country, I think 10 to 15 of them was in Alabama this year. That's unheard of. It's the most talent Alabama has had in high school football, rankings-wise, in 20 years. And Auburn ain't getting out one of the top 10.
That's bad,
not
man.
one.
So where was he recruiting
Not
at?
one of the top 10. Boise? I don't know. He couldn't. I mean, you know what he was doing? Like, he was going to get who he could get, right? They recruited some of these top guys, but, like, bro, like, if you can't send a position coach to go against Kirby Smart, if Kirby Smart is calling the kid, then you need to be calling that kid. If Nick Saban is calling the kid, you need to be calling that kid. I had probably one of the top players in the entire country who's got 70 offers from you name it, he got them. Freak of nature. I asked him, I said, how have you talked to Coach Smart? About twice a week. What about Coach Saban? About twice a week. I said, what about Coach Harsin? I talked to him 2 times since he been there. In Montgomery.
He right down the street. That ain't in 45.
No, he should have been up on him. Face to face. Ain't even got to talk on the phone. We face to face.
Man, listen here, man. I ain't just trying to pile up on the man because he gone, but I can say a little more now because I was holding a lot of stuff in because
we was all holding it in. You know what I'm saying? Like
I wasn't. If I knew it, I was gonna let it fly.
I'm trying to ride with the whole team.
I was gonna let it fly. You hear me? If I knew it, I was gonna let it fly. I ain't care.
Oh yeah, but it's some horror stories in there, man. Like like some of that stuff. Like, he got his money, and of course, when you do stuff that people don't agree with, of course it's gonna make you unpopular. But some of that stuff just ain't have to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, what did you like? Sometimes when you bring something on yourself, it's kind of like, what? Like you knew that stove was hot and you touched it. I don't got a whole lot of sympathy for that burnt hand. Yeah. But in his situation, he done burned his hand, and you just look at it like, boy, you don't fuck your hand up. You still feel a little bad, like, golly, I don't want to just talk about him bad because the hand's still messed up. But yeah, man, like, all right, man, perfect example, bro. Like, all right, you're recruiting at Langston Hughes, man. Auburn's recruiting 8 kids at Langston Hughes. You don't go, like, nobody goes to see them kids until game 8 of the season. Not one coach.
And we talking about
not one.
Hour and a half away.
Hour and a half away. And from Auburn, that's in Fairburn. That's an hour and 15 if you're doing 85 for sure. Yeah. If you're doing 85 on the way down, that's an hour and 15. You know how that goes. Just got to slow down in LaGrange a little bit. But nah, for real, like, some of that stuff, you just like, man, that don't even make sense. And when I would talk to guys and be like, hey, why hasn't he done this and why hasn't he done that? And the answer I got was, well, he likes to run it like a CEO. So, like a CEO, when the company does bad, you the first person to go.
I told Mark, I said, bro, hey, if you get paid to do a job, you don't do it, you get fired, right? Same thing with him. Right. You got to go, bro.
Yeah, and really, he licked. That was a whole lick for him. He done got $15 million out of these folks, man. Please.
Everybody should be beating down the door to come to Auburn. They're like, man, I win if I win. I win if I lose, too.
We can't really be mad. I can't even really be that sad for the man because you just went off with 15 and you ain't give us Nathaniel.
Bro, you going, what, 8 games in 2 seasons? No, 7 games in 2 seasons?
You wasted my time. I ain't been able to come back to Auburn to see a game in 2 years because of you. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
right.
Off the Houston in the bowl game. Like, bro, no, I ain't got no sympathy for it, bro.
They got up in Alabama for the bowl game, bro. Like, come on.
Come on, man.
I-10 by 10 bowl
in Alabama,
game, bro.
Like, bro, I can't
They put the folks on the they went on the Greyhound.
Bro, I can't even get no per diem or nothing. I can't get no gas mileage.
We can't get no gas. We can't get nothing, bro. We gonna ride as a bus, as a team. We going there as a team.
Man, have to ride with 20 folks to get some gas money off of them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, mega bus, man. God,
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, they said they said them boy flew Spirit down there. So
I wouldn't doubt it at all. Then they took an L too. So I said, man,
hey, but you told me something today, man, on the new AD. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was a little disappointed at first when I heard where the AD came from, but. Y'all got to realize we from the SEC, so Mississippi State ain't always been the best team and had, like, the best teams in the SEC. So when I heard, oh, shit, we going to grab somebody from Mississippi State, I'm like, hold on. Now, like, we need somebody with a background from a school who came from a winning tradition. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be backtracking. Like, y'all see what happened when we went to Boise State. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we need to go forward.
But like you say, if we got an AD that's progressive, you know what I'm saying, and going to be aggressive as far as like hiring the right type of people, I'm all in for that shit, bro. Like,
and the thing that I liked about it, like, so a couple of years ago when Penn State was balling out and they had rebuilt the program, Bill O'Brien went and got the Houston Texans job, and then his offensive coordinator Joe Moorhead was like the hottest name in the country, so he hired him. Man, shit, he fired that man in 2 years. He gave him 2 years. Man, they won. They beat Ole Miss in the Egg Bowl, and he still got fired. So, Bud ain't playing the radio. Like, if you're not coming to win, and then that next year they won the World Series in baseball. He a baseball coach by trade too. Yeah. So he'd have been all around the SEC. He from Tuscaloosa. Played baseball. Matter of fact, Auburn got the good baseball team now.
All in baseball too.
Yeah, that was his. So he came from Mississippi State. That was his pick.
Yeah.
So he helped them get the Auburn job, and they played together at Birmingham. They tight. Yeah. So Bruce Pearl already with it. He was like, "Oh yeah, bro, I know what's going on." Yeah. He like when I went and did my research, man. I really checked into the basketball coach he hired, and folks that know basketball, like recruiting circles, It was like Buddy came from that JUCO circle. Like, he know what's going on. Like, he know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, he grinded out on the JUCO level for so long, so it was a risky hire. But, like, for basketball people who really into that high school AAU circuit, they was like, oh, nah, that's – I called a dude from the west side who got a kid that's, like real good. And I asked him how he felt about the Mississippi State hire. He said, oh, no, but they got one. And so when he said that, I said, okay, cool. Like,
so that's it, though.
We need a Bruce Pearl for football, though. That's what we need, bro.
Hey, that's what we asking for. Like, hey, first of all, I'm gonna give Lack the stage right now, cause if anything, I want to see my brother win. I don't know.
You want to see him be the head coach, bro?
Hey, come on now, bro. Like, why wouldn't I want to see him like turn a program that's been in complete turmoil the entire year around? You know, just off of the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because like, we know we got players down there, but we need players that believe in they coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they feel like they can run through a wall, then they gonna come play for you. And like, I seen Ashford run, I seen Bixby run, like, you know what I'm saying? I seen Jaquez Hunter run, like, all them boys running. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know we got a run game like that. That should be able to open up a pass game. And our defense ain't no slouch. I mean, we struggle at the end of games, but we usually come out on fire, bro. So I'm excited. I want to give Lack his just due. You know what I'm saying? But even if don't nothing go right, we understand what's going on, brother. They ain't give you shit. You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate you staying around. That's the main thing.
Man,
but getting the guy in who's gonna put people in there that's gotta win and understanding, like, listen, this is a winning culture. You either win or you not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not just for coaches, that's for players too, bro. Like, I hate so many times when I see people on the field and I'm like, hold on, why is he in the damn game? Like, why? Like, bro, like, hold on, like then we had Malik Willis, bro, for a while at Auburn. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't give him a chance to get out there and shine, bro. Like, to me, you ain't what that test you always got, Peter.
The eye test, bro. You gotta use
like, it's an eye test. Like, I can see who can do what. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put the best players on the field to win. And when you see programs like that other school, I'm just gonna call them the other school. You know what I'm saying? And they put in.
What you call them, man?
You know, nah, bro. I don't give them no.
Hey, bro, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is. That's why I'm gonna stay on this side, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I said, like, but when they put in the best player, regardless of what's going on, we gonna play the best player. That's the same type of culture I want at our school. Like, we gonna let you play off of the actions, not off of what you talking about, but like what off we see. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that creates a winning culture, bro. That creates competition, and nobody gets complacent, man. They like, hey, bro, one false move, I'm on the bench.
Right, bro. And you know now, man, it's such a them coaches got such a tough job because it's hard to hold people accountable with the transfer portal, right? Because as soon as they don't like something you do, it's like I'm riding out. So you got to be a person that can teach and hold accountable at the same time. Yeah. Like, you know, you got to be able to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, the Bible say you spare the rod, spoil the child, right? Yeah, so at the end of the day, you got to be able to have that stern voice without losing the kids. But that means, and the only way I ever let somebody who was in a position on top of me talk to me crazy or say something and me not kind of buck back was if I really had respect for them.
You knew that they had the best interest for you.
But as long as it's fair, but at the end of the day, it just got to be fair. If you fair across the board, people respect that, man. Like if they looking at you and you doing, you know what I'm saying, one way with this person and then you come back and it's one way with that person, they ain't got no respect for you, man.
Man, ain't nobody. We ain't trying to have all the niggas with them bow ties on, man. You know what I'm saying? Not the wrong type, bro. Like, and when I say bow
some gold teeth and some dread,
you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it ain't gonna always be so cookie cutter with dude from the South, bro. It ain't gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they might have like a different slang. They might talk different. They might look a little bit different, bro. But that don't mean they bad people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta judge them off of their character, you know what I'm saying? And, like, that's how you build up guys, because, like, when you got integrity, you know what I'm saying? And not that type of integrity where it feels like I'm just going to keep on, like, whooping down on you and telling you how you wrong and what you know what I'm saying? But that one was like, no, I'm going to teach you how to grow into a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, Guys respect that. You feel me? And they gonna ride with you when they feel like you say, like, oh, I know you got my best interest at heart. You know, like you ain't just telling me something just to get over. Like they gonna play for you, bro. So if that's what we can get down there at Auburn, man, like run it, please.
That's what. And as far as like the talent gap is spreading out right now between us and our main rivals, you gotta have that guy right now.
Yeah.
You can't waste another year.
Right now.
You cannot waste another year. You got to win the portal right now. In December, you got to get some guys because every class so basically your 2020 class is gone because half of them dudes are transferred. 8 of the 16 they signed gone. All right. You lost more starters from the 19 class already. The 21 class, you finna lose. You got 4 people from the 21 class finna get up out of there. So, like, you continuously losing people without replenishing. And I don't care what it is, if you put out more than you get back, you're going to be in the red, the negative. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
So, man, that's what it's going to take.
What happened to that quarterback, bro? I can't think of his name. He was from Texas. He was like a 4 or 5 star. Signed maybe like last year, the year before.
He had Alabama State.
What happened to him?
I mean, they felt like he wasn't a fit. You know, he was a Gus guy. He was small.
Yeah.
Gus was saying, you know, he could probably run a little read option with him. He was accurate with the ball. Said he had a good spring. You know, he just wasn't the profile fit for what they wanted. And he saw the writing on the wall. He went down there. He started at Alabama State. He is swag.
He sweat.
Hey,
he sweat.
So we all agree now, right? We're gonna take Lack, put him on the side because you special case right now. We appreciate you helping us out. But we all agree that right now we need a coach. Like we need like that guy who can come in. It's almost like I won't say it like we need a name. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody that's gonna bring respect with their name in. That's gonna bring us recruits. Like that's the only thing that's gonna help us. We agree on that.
Yeah, you gotta have. If you can't recruit, man, need not apply.
Yeah, exactly. Like don't. Ain't no other way around it.
And we talking about recruiting in the South.
Man, for real. Man, think about this, bro. If you took how many more games you think Nick Saban will win with this roster? Would Nick Saban be playing the way he playing with this roster? He the guy. So at the end of the day, it comes down to players, man. You put if you take Bryan Harsin and send him to Alabama with all them players. Man, he probably would have at least similar. Like maybe he loses one extra game, but them boys ain't finna lose. They just not finna lose to some people up there, bro.
Yeah.
Like some of them games, they probably would have lost to Texas, but outside of that, they got too much talent.
They might lose.
We can go figure it out.
They might lose a trap game every once in a while, but they not just gonna consistently lose the teams they.
But they just better than everybody, like bro. Like
man, imagine like how y'all used to go play pickup basketball, bro. Like, and then you might go play a team that like play together in intramurals. But if y'all just better than them, y'all will figure like that all that pick and roll and 22 set and 1-4 ain't gonna matter because at the end of the day, it don't matter.
Bro, if I'm 6'8" and you 6'2", it ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
You do, boy. Running right through that.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that, bro, man.
I tell you, it was definitely a Chinese fire drill. That's for sure. Man, they were letting it know something down there, but I was like, boy, they letting
everybody
that thing
get
go.
out.
Everybody get out, run around, let's go.
I just picture a motherfucker walking down the hallway like, you know what?
You fired.
Yeah.
You fired. You fired. Come here, you two.
Kind of sit there and look at him for a second, kind of think about him. Yeah, you two.
Man, you fired. Come on.
That ain't there, bro.
Yeah.
What you know about Allen Green, bro? What happened with him, bro?
Oh yeah.
Man, Allen Green made man, he stood up. Man, Allen Green basically stood up to the boosters and said he wasn't finna hire Steele and them. And then when the boosters started meddling in everything, he said, I'm finna like basically they tried to hire Billy Napier, boosters was involved. Tried to hire Brent Venables, boosters was involved, turned everybody off. Man, he said, all right, I'm finna go get my own guy. Man, they hired that man off a Zoom interview, dog. He didn't even come down. Look, I'm all for the brothers, but man, that was a bad hire. He hired him. That wasn't nobody. That was an Allen Green hire. He was tied to that. So at the end of the day, it's like, man, you can do everything else right. Man, you mess up football in Auburn, you're not a good AD.
Done.
and he's got pulled. Like, so a lot of people don't know, man. He like from the first family of ADs. Like, you know, the guy who was at Duke, the new AD that's at Tennessee came from UCF. The White family, like that's their real name, but they like the first family of athletic directors in Power 5. And they took a real liking to him, and they close with him, so he gonna be fine. Like he'll get a job. Man, he'll have a job next year if he wants to.
Great,
but yeah, absolutely. But you know what I'm saying. He ain't no bad guy. Raised a lot of money, but you can't miss on a football high.
Yeah.
Especially
not that early in your career.
Yeah. Especially not with the amount of melanin
Was
he has.
trying too hard though? Was he trying to like, you know, because he came from Buffalo, so was he trying to like come in and be like, you know what? We can find a guy from a smaller school who has a lot of upside to him that can come in and be good for the program. You think that was kind of what he was thinking, like coming in?
Absolutely. I think what he wanted more than anything was somebody who was going to stand up to the beast.
I was about to say the same thing. I think somebody like him.
Yeah, I think what he wanted, somebody who can like just be like, you know what, we ain't going for that. Like, you know, run your program. I'm going to let you run your program. And, you know, but I don't think he really dove into how he recruited, how he was going to be perceived by the players.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he just wanted a good fit. I mean, at the end of the day, man, bro. And I know Urban Meyer went from Utah to Florida. Okay, but
we talking about Florida.
It just don't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, we talking about Florida, who is loaded with talent all the time.
Come on, man. Like, and then you at the like, you know, so you already a little brother in the state, first of all. So it's gonna take somebody to come in with that personality. Because you got to think, like, in the early 2000s, like, even though the other school had some stuff going on, man, like, the top players in Alabama was going to Auburn at that time. Like, so now, you know, the top players not even looking at Auburn, man. That got something to do with who in that captain's chair. So you got to have guys that's going to make it cool to go to Auburn again. Like, right now, I mean, you got some things that you got to fight through with the brand. Like, man, when the last time you bought a pair of Under Armour shoes to go somewhere? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's part of it. These got 17 and 18-year-old kids. Like, you know, you go to Ohio State, they get Nike Tech suits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You go to North Carolina, they getting all the Jordans. Florida got the Jordans. Georgia got the Tech suits. They all look like this stuff. I got a Tech suit on right now. $130, $260. I like them.
It fit right. They make you look. The tech suit make you look right. Why make you look like you know what you're doing? Nah?
Man, I'm telling you.
Doing it, boy.
But hey,
boy,
you can go from anywhere. Bro.
I ain't trying to get no Under Armour Tech suit with my new Steph Curry's. Like, nah, bro, I'm straight.
That Under Armour 5.5, man. What you talking about, bro?
Hey, it's some great workout.
Hey, you gotta understand, we came from Russell, bro. We came from Russell Athletics.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I would fight for some Under Armour, boy. Give me anything. That Russell card. Like, I think they bought that Russell back one time in 2017. Like, you know how they bought the champion back? Russell kind of got some play like for half a year, bro.
Wasn't it because Russell Wilson was on there?
Man, that Russell, man. Russell was so like, I mean, Georgia Tech had a Russell too, man.
Oh,
like,
yeah, they did.
It always reminded me Russell reminded me of Golden Flake chips.
Yeah,
and
knockoff.
At Jefferson Pilot TV.
Yeah. Pop Warner football. Pop Warner football.
Man,
like this.
You come home from the game, you play early that day, you might see Ole Miss playing Arkansas, Jefferson
like,
Pilot, Channel 36.
I'm just not getting out of bed good, bro. You already got a game on?
Bro, we gotta create a culture. I mean, at this point in time, these kids coming to school, they student athletes. We want them to get their education, point blank, period. But if we don't create a culture of these kids feeling like they got a chance to make it to the next level in football, like to the NFL, like we're not gonna get those type of recruits. That's why kids go to Georgia. That's why kids go to Alabama. You know what I'm saying? That's why kids go to Ohio State. Because guess what? They feel like if I come to this program, there's a solid chance that if I do my thing, I'm gonna make it to the NFL. You know what I mean? Like,
and then on top of that, they winning. So it's like I can win and I can get to the next level. Come on, man. You can't beat that.
They winning.
I mean, but even Texas A&M don't be winning. They still be getting the fight.
They just started taking L this year. They've been solid these last few years, though.
Nah, bro. Texas A&M ain't made it to the SEC.
They've been solid, though, bro.
They
done knocked Alabama.
Oh, they like, bro, you can't give. You love Nick Saban so much, bro. You know,
Listen, I hate. Hey, listen, bro. I hate to say it.
Hey, first of all, I hate to
boy,
say it.
Yeah, what's your DN?
Boy, bro. JP got two little boy. They both headed to
bro. What's the DN from Alabama, bro? I hate to say it, bro.
Oh no,
Will Anderson.
Yeah,
bro said they the standard, bro. I mean, hey, no matter how you want to slice it, bro, they the standard right now. You know what I'm saying? Until next play, it is what it is, bro. You can't knock it, bro. That's just what they is. They the standard.
Hey, look, so they just recruiting. They recruit well, and at the end of the day,
they win, bro.
The best teams recruiting, man. Who you get, man? Look, all you got to do is go look and see who got the top rated classes. If you go take the top 6 rated classes for the past 10 years, I guarantee you at least 50 to 75% of them teams done been in the playoffs. Period. It's a direct correlation between.
Daggone Texas A&M this year. I don't know what that boy doing. He had the number 1 class in 1 and 4 right now.
Yeah, bro. But
see that number 1 class gonna take
a while.
That's 2 years.
Yeah, it gotta take a while.
That's a year. That's 2 years.
And you know what else I noticed though? The teams that made the playoffs, and I know people don't want to hear this though. Every team that made the playoffs got a 5 offensive line and a 5 defensive line. Guaranteed.
You win games in the trenches.
People don't want to realize that. Like, unless we go and really recruit them big hogs up front on both sides of the ball, that's gonna regardless of what you doing, they gonna take control of the game.
Yeah,
bro, you're not gonna win.
Right.
You're not gonna win those same types of games. You can't just win with 7-on-7, bro. Like that's 7-on-7.
That's why I miss Rod G, bro. Man, I mean, he had them D line boy ready to go, bro.
Yeah, like Derek Bryan and Marlon Davidson almost took them boys. I don't know if y'all remember 2017. Was it 17? We played. No, that was 19. LSU down there in the swamp. Man, you only gave up 21 points to the number 1, probably the top offense in the history of college football.
Yeah, with Shamar Chase and they had Joe Burrow.
Bro.
Come on, man.
Justin Jefferson on the other side.
Man.
Terrace Marshall. Randy Moss son.
And what happened? You can't get nothing off because guess what? You got them dogs coming after you every play, bro. And I just don't see them dogs for us up front. Like, we can have the coaches, we can have the number 1 recruiting class, but unless we got some dogs up front, you know what I'm saying? And we got them sprinkled in here and there, but that ain't a unit. You know what I'm saying? We need the whole line to be busting. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be dog playing 60 snaps a game. I can tell you that. I don't care what kind of dog you is. After about 40 snaps, you ready? You looking to that sideline, boy.
I need my dog. I got a Derek Bryan, but at the same time, I might have another guy that you might not even know his name, but he just as talented. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we roll.
Or you get somebody. I don't know if y'all noticed, in the league, but everybody who play that edge rusher on the other side of Aaron Donald get paid.
Get paid, bro.
But they got to be. You know what I'm saying? But they dogs though. But they might not be the type of dog that's I can do it by myself. But if you line me up if you can consistently put me in one-on-one situations because you're gonna get the double team, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat my man.
I'm gonna eat, bro. I'm gonna eat. You know what I mean? They got double team on. I get it 1-on-1. Oh boy. I'm gonna get you at least 3-4 times, guaranteed. And that's all the D lineman need, bro. That's all the D lineman need.
Yeah.
2, man, you get 1 sack a game. 1 sack.
Man, I don't know if y'all remember the year after Derek Bryan last year, we had that dude Tyrone Truesdale.
Mm-hmm.
And next to Derek Bryan, number 94, next to Derek Bryan, he was all SEC. When Derek Bryan left, he had to be the one who was taking the double teams, and he was the one who was the focal point. People was like, well, what happened to Truesdale? I'm like, man, dog, based on your surroundings and the amount of talent that you got on that line, you putting people in one-on-one situations, right? Yeah. You got to win them. One man to man, you got to win, right? Yeah. And that's when it comes down to the level of talent on your team, and that's when that's where the recruiting really comes in.
Yeah. So our key takeaways is coaching, recruiting. And then the last one, we gotta have some heart down there. They gotta be.
We gotta bring that back, man.
If we get those,
the hard fighting soldier, we gotta bring that back, man.
Bro, come on, man. Somebody go sign up P, man. We get him to do that.
Cuz you put me down there, we gonna be right, cuz.
Hey, man, come on, man.
No, sure.
I'm trying to tell you, man. What that is, bro, man. Shit, P. Hey, but we gonna go. We gonna go and get out of here, man. We appreciate y'all checking us out today, man. Appreciate you coming on, CP, bro, man. I always love, bro.
No, for sure. Now I gotta get y'all on the casual flex too, man.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Make sure y'all check out.
All right, listen, y'all stay tuned. We about to switch over to the casual flex. Let's go. 4, 3, 2.
Hey, y'all stay tuned.
Y'all stay tuned.
We on casual flex right now, baby. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna take a 5-minute break and we back on casual flex.
And y'all make sure y'all check out my boy, man, Duke the Scoop on the Casual Flex, man. He everywhere. You can download your podcast, stream it everywhere, man. Y'all go check it out right now. Hottest thing on the scene, guaranteed, bro.
For sure.
All right, y'all. Y'all just finished watching the Knee High to the Tree High podcast. We hope you all enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Tell us your thoughts. We out.